Let me just say something real quick about the frickin' timers. Here's the thing, I'm not too fond of the timers. No, I'm not, because League of Legends is pretty much a part. It's an analyzing game. You are supposed to analyze.
Feel the thorns embrace.
To analyze the game, and that is how you make plays, by analyzing shit. And I believe that timers are a part of that. They are a part that should not be available to anyone, only those who practice. Now, the main reason, like, and people told me it was narcissistic of me to say that timers should only be, like, they shouldn't be available like that to anyone, right? And to be honest, they shouldn't, because for instance, I haven't practiced timing. Like, I only time Drakes, for instance, but I know a lot of junglers, like the top tier junglers that I know, none of them is happy with the change, because they spend a lot of time practicing how to time stuff, and how to time stuff or memorize the timing that a buff will spawn, even though they're getting counter jungle or invaded or something like that. So it's a part of the game, it's a key part of the game, and Riot wants to add that to every single person. There are two main reasons for this. One, they say it's a response to third-party applications. Now, the problem with third-party applications is pretty simple. If everyone uses that third-party application, then might as well just implement that shit onto the client itself, because it's a third-party and people will get unfair advantages. Now, if you have that, like, when you don't have curse voice, not everyone will have it. Like, one guy or another in each team is gonna have the application, and I don't think that's a problem. I don't think that's a problem, because timers by themselves don't mean shit. If there's only one person with a freaking timer on the team, it really doesn't mean a lot, because he'll still have to communicate the timers with his team in order to invade and get a buff. So the coordination and communication elements and aspect are still there. Now, it's not just this. I mean, they are justifying their change by saying that the timers not being displayed to everyone is a flaw in the overlay, because people have to press Z, scroll up, and go check the timers, right? Here's the thing. When I play solo queue and I see someone flash, I immediately type down the time at which their flash will become available again. Same thing for exhaust, same thing for heal. If you guys have seen me play solo queue, you know I do this. If, for instance, I'm playing against a tough bottom lane, someone flashes, I immediately just type down the time at which flash will be available, so I can make plays before that happens. Now, the logic is pretty much the same. I still have to press Z, scroll up, and check the timer. Now, if Riot implements this for buff timers, what keeps them from implementing that, the same thing, to enemy summoners? And when that's applied to summoners, why not apply that to enemy cooldowns? And, like, if it starts a precedent, right? If Riot keeps implementing stuff like this, making the game easier because they want to add that kind of information to the overlay, we'll reach a point where when League of Legends will not be an analyzing game. You just have to look at the timers and do whatever you will. So that's what I have against it. I don't like. I'm worried that League of Legends will gradually get easier and easier and easier to appeal to a broader audience, to appeal to more gamers, and people will just stop playing the game because it's not as challenging anymore. So that's my beef with the change. I couldn't care less if they implement this thing alone into the client, because I'm not even a jungler. So junglers should be worried about this. Not like the rest of us are kind of eh. I just don't like to see freaking like changes that don't make a lot of sense, pretty much. Put that in the video next time instead of the hyperbole. Yeah, Demetrius, I completely agree. I completely agree with that, and I will upload this onto YouTube. Because by the time I did that video, I didn't really think about anything. I just wanted, like, I was so frustrated that I just wanted to get this into video form. Because there's a lot of stuff that actually result out of it. For instance, every single time a game gets popular, every single freaking time, the game, the company that runs the game tries to tries to appeal to a broader audience. Like, it happens every single time. It's happening to League of Legends right now. It happened to Halo. Halo competitive scene went down the drain. It started happening with Call of Duty. Call of Duty started going down the drain, even in consoles. It happened with World of Warcraft, even though the two games are really damn different. World of Warcraft lost millions of subscribers. It happened with, like, even on the launch of Titanfall. Titanfall is a freaking awesome game, but it's too damn easy. People don't give a shit about easy games. It's fun, like, in the short term, but in the long term, no one will get addicted to the game because it's not challenging. Being challenging is a part of the game, like having something to discover and to make you good that no one else has is what makes games challenging. And timing buffs is a part of it, so if you remove that from the game, it will get less challenging. Now, I know how frustrating it is to lose games and everything like that, but doing this isn't gonna make the game better for anyone. Especially if Riot starts implementing shit like this, like over and over in next patches. So, I'm completely against it, 100%.